In one of my earlier videos, I have mentioned that how emotion is not only in the mind, it is also stored in the body. In this video, I am going to talk about specifically to trauma, how are emotions stored and what really is happening in that case. When I started to look at trauma patients, one of the things that I saw that there was always a bodily component that was involved. So this feeling or a reaction to the external stimulation which was disproportionately higher was something that was seen because the body got into a certain kind of shock. It was a fight or a flight that could not happen in the scenario, and the body froze itself when the event happens. Now, when a stimulation of that event comes around again, even if it is to a very less degree, the body triggers the same response of freeze. This is what is happening with people who have had any kind of trauma in their life. Also, I have seen that where it is felt in the body, that part begins to feel very isolated. The body functions well when it functions as a whole. If it is functioning in part, there is seen to be a leakage of energy. Let me give you an example to explain you this. Have you seen a kid ever playing? He plays with all his energy. He is so congruent in his playing that all his energy goes into playing. And the same congruency comes when he's crying. All into the cry. And then you bring in a cookie or you bring in a toy and there is a smile. And the smile is also 100%. So as a child, children naturally are so energetic, and one of the reasons for that high amounts of energy is because whatever they are doing, they're doing it in a wholesome way as a whole human being. Not like us, a part of me wants to do this, a part of me wants to do that, a part of me would like to sleep, a part of me gets up and gets ready for a session of exercise. It could be different things. Now, as an individual, the more wholeness we move towards, the more healed the body becomes. So this part that is still experiencing the trauma in your body feels isolated. When we begin to give it the perspective of wholeness, the field of awareness, that is when things begin to change. This wholeness of the entire body, seeing the body as is, and not only in that isolated part which got traumatized or which is reacting because of the trauma. When this wholesome being comes into being, this is one of the ways that the body begins to resolve that trauma. Know that it is a task. If the trauma happened years ago, and well, with God's grace, there is no recurrence of that trauma, of that event happening, this could be stored in the body and could be passed on to generations. So if there is a component of a bodily aspect, expression of trauma, get it addressed. It is important that it is solved, not only for you, but for future generations to come as well. Take care.